friends, this is Jeff with Ability Lock and Key. I'm sitting inside a 2000 Chevy Blazer. This is a 10 cut key, non-transponder, but only in this particular one there's cuts 6 through 10 in the door and cuts 1 through 9 in the ignition. Now if we try to utilize the door to cut our key, we're going to come up with way too many progressions, and we would go through 10 or more keys, which we're never going to do. So for this exercise, then I'm going to have to pick the ignition, take it out, and then we'll read a code off of it. We're going to start with another number 20 Torx. We're going to take this screw out right here. Okay, probably another one up here in the corner. Yes, there is. Get that one out. There we go. Sometimes a little vibration is needed to drop that screw out. Now we're going to pull the steering level adjuster, or whatever you call it, out. Okay, and then we can take this shroud and we can grab it, drop it down. There's little tabs in the back that kind of wrap around a part. That's that right there. That's why I had to be careful taking that part out. Now I've got on this one I got one screw, I think, that's going to be up in here. Yes. And I'm going to need a very small, I'm actually using an unmarked socket. No, it's 532s is what I got on here. 532 socket. There's one screw kind of hidden up inside here. There, I'm on it now. Okay. That's holding the top of the shroud down. There it is. Okay. Now I'll grab the adjuster here and we will work carefully to take this out. The older these are, the more brittle the plastic gets, so you have to be rather careful with these as you take them out, and it'll sound worse than it actually is. The rubber on the steering wheel could have gotten swollen out, so it could be preventing us from pulling the top of the shroud off. Persistence pays. Sometimes. Yep, that's what it was. It's like the plastic had expanded on the steering, so it was coming over this loop and keeping us from being able to pry up right there. Now there's a small metal ring here. Quite honestly, I just generally take that off because I'm less apt to break the ears on the ignition cylinder. I gotta find a smaller blade screwdriver to pop that ring. The ears still snap on really good, so it's not like you have to have that piece on there. And if you watch anybody that does videos on this, you generally see them. And just take this off and then discard it. There it is. Okay, so we broke it and pulled it off. Now at that point, toss that in my...
I'm sorry.
After the wife stops sneezing, we'll start up again. I think we're good to go. Now at this point, with that trim ring gone, I can actually easily pop this off and salvage it. It's not broken in any way, so it'll go back on real nicely. Okay. Now I'm going to take an old broken lock pick. I'm going to slide that in behind here where the sidebar is. And then I've got these keys, made them up years ago with the determinator. I put them on a larger head for the purpose of this particular job. And we basically put those in and we try to apply pressure on the sidebar and get the lock to turn. Now it's actually turning to some degree, but not enough to spin the lock. So let's get back on here with that. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's try another side. All the tumblers on this ignition are on one side. So we usually check out both sides of the key. There it is. Wow. That was almost too simple, but that's the key I actually used with pressure on the sidebar to turn it. Now, the lock don't just come out like this. You can't push the retainer in this position. You have to actually take it to the start position. So it's in the on position, take it to where you would spin the motor over, and then push this retainer, and out comes the lock. With that, there's a key code on there. You can probably see that. This one is Mary Edward 37, ME37. We're going to pause the video and we'll get back to you as we cut the key. Okay, we're back at the van and the key machine. We're going to do all keys lost. We're going to scroll down to Chevrolet. Okay, and then we know the key code based on what we read off of the actual lock, which was, I gotta look again because I done forgot, ME37. So we'll type in ME37. Okay, and we'll hit cut key.
So you can adjust it. So it'll cut it right even though it lifted it.
Okay, I don't know if you could see this or not, but the sidebar is actually standing up. That's what prevents it from turning. Whoops. I don't know if you can see that movement or not, but the sidebar goes down, it's flush. Let's take it back to the van here and we'll look at it. Okay, I said we'd take it back to the van. I meant we'd take it back to the Blazer and look at it. So basically there's a channel inside here where the sidebar rests when the key's not in there. That prevents it from turning. And when you put the key in and the wafers all line up, that sidebar will drop. So we'll put it in, and as you see, the key turns. I won't bore you with putting all this back together. You see how I took it off. I've got to put all the shroud back on, and I'll cut them another key. But we're done here. So appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, you can't change the past, so live for today and plan for tomorrow.